Alright, so now I'm presenting the negative side of the first affirmative. And our proposition is going to say that the NFL should require players to stand during the national anthem, and these are the reasons why. So my opponent did mention about Colin Kaepernick and how individuals believe that he should stand. However, she did not say the evidence upon why Colin Kaepernick did stand, or I apologize, did kneel during the national anthem. A quote by Colin says, "I'm not going to stand up to show pride in the flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of color. To me, this is bigger than football, and it would be selfish on my part to look the other way. There are bodies on the street and people getting paid to leave and getting away with murder." So just right there, that's an example of standing up for one's right and freedom of speech, which is what the First Amendment states. Alright, so my first, my opponent claimed upon how the ratings are going to decline if there is no change, and that this will in turn suffer. However, ratings have lowered over the past couple of years, but those are not directly linked to the protests. They have been, according to Atlanta, they have been decreasing the last 4 years. 2014, 16.9%, 2015, 14.1%, 2016, 13.9%, and this year it's 13.3%. And that could due to two major things: over-proliferation of football. So there are so many opportunities for fans to watch games that the market is now oversaturated. For example, there's the availability for football as well as college football on Saturdays and Sundays, and then Monday Night Football. The Fox Chief Executive Officer James Murdoch says, preserving the scarcity value of those events and that audience is something that is worth thinking about. As well as NBC Sports Chair Mark Lazarus says, "I do not believe that there is a lot of football on, and by the time you get to Sunday, there could be a fatigue. Much of the loss of viewers is coming from 18 to 34-year-olds. They more and more are getting satisfied by the alternatives of highlights and scores that are available during the game. That continues to train young viewers to follow our sports, not just watch our sport. For example, apps and ratings that one can just get from the phone instead of actually viewing the particular game." Another reason why ratings have lowered is because it's the cutting of the cords for cable companies. Many individuals are unable to pay for cable, and so for that reason, that minimizes the certain networks they're able to receive, just like the sports networks. So in that sense, they are losing ratings. There's a survey by firm eMarketer that shows that 22 million Americans will have cut the cord by the end of 2017 due to the economics. So in those two instances, the ratings have been lowered, but not directly linked to the so-called protest of one's First Amendment rights. So another point that the affirmative made is how police brutality is ineffective. That is true because police brutality is an excessive force that should not be presented, and that's one of Colin Kaepernick's arguments, is that how the oppression of blacks and people of color, and that's why he's standing for the national anthem, as well as the NFL manual, which states that players are not required to stand. It rather says they should stand instead of shall stand. And for that reason, it does not particularly indicate that the players are required to stand during the national anthem.